Hello and welcome back to Jayme and Andy's Tesla Adventures. Today is Tuesday, June 16th. Sunday, we received FSD Update 14.3.4, the 2026.14.6.10 version. We did not get a chance to try that out before we got version 14.3.4, 2026.14.6.11. I have not had FSD 14.3.4 activated to get to this parking spot right here. I drove manually, so this is going to be a first impressions video. So we will go ahead and start. We are going to end up at the KOA. Anyway, let's go ahead and push self-driving. And already you can kind of see some differences right here. Driving to I have no idea what that is right there. Obviously, it's the location, but it says Steamboat Springs. Some people have noticed some different UI changes, the user interface changes in this right here. You can add a stop, it looks like, so that's pretty sweet. Instead of having to press on the dots, then push add stop on there, add a stop on there. See right there? 0.0 mile streak to show that I have not done anything with it until right at this moment. FSD, I mean. So everybody on X has been ranting and raving just how wonderful 14.3.4 is. Again, I have not had a chance to try it out, neither has Andy. So we received the first 14.3.4 on Sunday, and yesterday about afternoon we received the update for the 2026.14.6.11. I hope I got that right. So I mean, the car is driving as it normally does. So, you know, usually these first impression videos aren't really telling until you get to drive it a bit more, which I would say the one that would impress us the most is if FSD would finally, that's very nice, if it would finally stop driving on a sidewalk to make its own exit out of a grocery store parking lot. It's a very simple parking lot. Like, it's not difficult whatsoever. FSD goes in there and it should leave the same way it came in. For some reason it likes to, and I think we'll be passing by that here shortly. You'll see that ambulance, I guess it's for sale in that parking lot. But you'll see it right there. And I kind of thought of a little joke. Legend has it FSD is, oh look, see, now it's speeding right now, and I don't want to speed because there's a cop right there. That's lovely. Hopefully I don't get pulled over right there. Thankfully, I don't think he saw that. Hope not. That's unfortunate. Like, it's in chill mode. It started off in chill. Yeah, it looks like he's not gonna pull me over. Started off in chill mode, and the speed limit right away turned to 25 miles per hour, and FSD was still going about 42 if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to look back at that. But that's in chill mode. Right away, off to a bad start. Even if it was, I think it was, because it goes from 45 to 35 then 25. Hopefully I'm mistaken, but it definitely should have been slowing down. Because it looks like that cop is going after somebody. They're always in that section right there. Anyway, so yes, that ambulance is still right there, that one that's for sale in that parking lot. And it's a parking space. And it's been parked there for, quite a few days now. And I made a joke of, legend has it, FSD is still waiting for that ambulance to turn. Because FSD was, I made a little clip of it on X where FSD tried to go again exit out the parking lot, right behind that ambulance. I think FSD thought the ambulance was trying to turn to go right or left on the road or whatever, but FSD needed to go right onto that highway, which is US 40, and it just didn't do anything, so I had to disengage FSD, which again, it brings me to this whole, like, these people who have ridiculous streaks. If FSD actually did what these people are claiming, that, you know, I mean, obvious, it shows like 8,000 miles or whatever, 1,000 miles, and if it actually did that and didn't mess up, I would clap my hands and say that is awesome. No, we disengage, you know, often. Right there, I'd consider that an intervention where I had to slow the speed down to sloth. Now I'm going to go put it back into chill mode. Actually, I'll just put it into standard so that way it keeps up with traffic. And I shouldn't have had to do that, you know. It should have read like, hey, it's 35, it's coming up to 25, we need to slow it down from, I think it was 42 miles per hour down to a reasonable speed, and it didn't do that. So that I didn't care for. Again, I could be mistaken, I could be, you know, I could have swore it was we already passed the 25 mile per hour zone sign. And right now it's speeding to, it's going 40 and a 25 in standard. It's keeping up with the flow of traffic, but we're going faster than the flow of traffic. So I couldn't tell you what's going on there, and this lane is ending. We'll see what FSD does right here. Okay, that wasn't a bad maneuver, actually. I like that. We had plenty of room. So, yeah, it just seems like FSD, we are still having these problems. You know, you can see it on our Tesla FSD Fun and Issues videos, where, again, it's driving on that sidewalk, it's driving on a bike path, and we thought those were fixed, but then after, of course, we show that, here we are again, it's still doing that with the prior version. We have not tested it. Again, like I've said already, we have not tried this new version. And we're going to try and avoid those spots. You know what, actually, I don't think we'll probably do another issues video, Fun and Issues video, until maybe probably a substantial version update. So yeah, the people ranting and raving about it, about this version right here, it sped, and it shouldn't have, and it was even doing it right here. Again, oh, FSD was going with the flow of traffic. It was not going with the flow of traffic right there. It was literally speeding past everybody in standard mode, 25 in a it was going 40 in a 25 mile per hour zone. So the speed profiles suck. I heard Mad Max actually is more confident and a bit more assertive with driving. I didn't get to use that. Okay, well, it did slow down for that bus right there. I really don't like the city buses here. They just kind of do whatever they want and pull out in front of you. But anyway, yeah, it was a very interesting move for FSD to do right there. I would say it doesn't feel any different, but again, this is just a first impressions video, so obviously Andy and I are going to have plenty of chances to, you know, ride this version and see what the hype is all about. It shows, like, I guess if you pass like 100 miles or 1,000 miles, and, you know, it has certain points where if you reach that 100-mile streak, it gives you a little confetti party. Ooh, cool. I don't know how I feel about the streaks. Andy, same way. We both feel the same about this. The streak thing, we feel it's just being kind of dishonest. Because look, 3.2 mile streak. Before that, I believe it was even 0, because we're disengaging. And it's not for... I mean, sometimes we disengage for preferences, but quite a few of the times that we disengage, it's because it's legitimate. I should have disengaged back there. I'm going to slow it back down because we'll go back to standard. I should have disengaged back there to report that speed, because that was a little ridiculous. But these people, not gonna name names, but they have these ridiculous amount of mile of streaks, and it's like it's a bit dishonest. And all, you know, it seems like Tesla is also kind of incentivizing that behavior. You would want your software to actually, oh, that's kind of cool. So at destination, and this popped up. I'm actually going to select street, so we'll see how that goes out. It would be great, you know, you want your software to actually improve, and when these, you know, confetti party screens pop up, you know, I got to get the highest streak, make it like a video game, it's going to make people not want to disengage. I've even felt it myself, like, I really don't want to disengage if I don't have to. And then I end up having to, you know, and I wanted to keep that streak going. But again, I'm going to actually do it if FSD is not doing something properly, or it is committing a traffic violation. So this is the KOA right here. There we go, it stops. I will say the ride has been a bit smoother. I did notice a couple of kind of like brake jabbing moments, but it was very kind of like right there, actually, kind of just ever so slightly. Of course, probably on video it's difficult to see that. If you're in the car, you would have seen it. So I'm hoping there'd be somebody right here, like another car coming this way, because it's just a one lane. And unfortunately not. Oh well. So yeah, I would say first impressions, that feels the same, a little smoother, except a couple of those brake jabbing moments, and the speed profile. Now, standard, going that fast, what was it about? I'm going to look back at it again, but it felt like it was going about 20 over, which should not be happening. Yeah, so not much to say about this. Again, I would say the actual thing that would be extremely impressive is if FSD actually has those issues fixed and continued. The driving on bike path, oh, it's going to park in a space. You know, not driving on a bike path, not driving on a sidewalk, not committing traffic violations. Yeah, not much to say about this other than what I just stated already. We appreciate you joining us this morning, and thank you for watching. Until next time. Okay. I'm gonna disengage that. Obviously, this is not a place to drive. These are parking spaces. Okay, so first impressions video. Clearly, you cannot drive that way, and apparently you can't drive this way. It is a one-way area, and FSD wanted to go that way. Maybe it was following that one-way arrow, but a clearly marked one, but clearly marked parking spaces, and also a don't park zone right there. Yikes.